ago, on the one-year anniversary of Trump's election, we brought thousands from across the country to march and rally and kick off a nonviolent, sustained movement, starting with thousands determined to grow to millions, not stopping until the Trump fascist regime has been driven from power. We did this because we recognize that there is no living with fascism. There is no waiting it out. There is no hoping it will blow over or Trump will just go away in the next elections he is already moving to steal. We are here because we recognize it is up to the people. It is up to the people from below to create the kind of nonviolent political earthquake in this country that changes the alignments in society, including among those in the halls of power, to compel and enable those in power who are opposed to Trump's lawlessness, his shredding of the Constitution, his trampling of our rights, to compel and enable them to act as part of removing this regime. And the time to do this is now. And there are millions and tens of millions across this country who hate what Trump is doing. They have been in the streets again and again. We have been with them. But it is time to take this struggle higher. That's why we said on November 5th, this is not a one-day protest. This is the beginning of a growing nonviolent movement that will not stop until Trump is removed.
Trump must go! No!
So today we are gathering for part 1 of Surround the White House 1.0. This is a play in 3 acts. We're doing it 3 times, 1.0. Today, this Monday at 3 p.m., right back here, yes, 3 p.m., leave work, leave school, disrupt business as usual and come out. And again, on Monday the 24th at 3 p.m., building and coming back again and again. And we are sending a message to the people across this country to come to D.C. and build the power of the people to drive out this regime. So I want to give some respect to these beautiful women sitting in the front here, part of the D.C. Handmaids Army. They helped kick this movement off on November 5th, and they are a living embodiment of the Christian fascist terror that is a big part of the Trump fascist regime. The enslaving of women to forced motherhood and no right to abortion or birth control. The demonization and erasure of LGBTQ people and their rights. And the whole bringing of a Christian fascist theocracy. So I want to give them some extra love right here in the front. And what we're going to do today, we're going to hear from a few of the leaders in this movement. We're going to have a few speakers, and then we are going to begin the process of surrounding the White House 1.0. We brought crime scene tape because there is a crime going on. There is a fascist in the White House, and we are going to use this crime scene tape to mark off the crime and the criminals and to send a message. And we are going to be summoning more and more people to join us. The idea is this: every day we are surrounded by Trump's lies. Every day immigrants are surrounded by ICE, tackled and disappeared. Every day we are surrounded by politicians who cave and capitulate to Trump and his crimes. And it is time for us, through the power of the people, to surround them. That's what we are beginning. So what I want to do is I want to bring up our first speaker. He is one of the leaders of the November 5th Trump Must Go Now movement. He is a longtime activist, somebody who is a studied theologian, and somebody who stood up against the sweatshops that Nike had in Indonesia and other sweatshops around the world for decades. Please show some love for Jim Keedy.
Good afternoon, Washington, D.C. How's everybody doing out there? Ready to refuse some fascism today and tell the world that the Trump regime must go now? Excellent. My name is Jim Keedy. I was very happy to drive down to D.C. again today from the great Garden State of New Jersey. Any of my fellow New Jersey residents, Jersey strong. Here's what I would like everybody to do. I know you're holding your signs up. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to take your cell phones out as well. because a lot of the message that I'm going to deliver here today is going to be similar to the message I delivered on November 5th. It won't be for you. It's going to be for the people who are at home right now that need to get out and join us in the future. So please take your phones out, pop it on Instagram Live, your Facebook Live, record it, send it to friends later. I'll give you 20 seconds. My daughter did win her game. Thank you for asking. Yes. But they lost in the next round. It's okay. All right, everybody's got their phones out. So again, my name is Jim Keedy. I am here from New Jersey, standing with all of you from around D.C. and around the nation with the Refuse Fascism movement to tell the world that the Trump regime must go now. Along with being an activist with 30 years of experience in doing grassroots activism on a range of issues, along with serving in public office in the great city of Asbury Park in New Jersey, I'm also a dad. I am an Irish tavern owner. If you're ever in Waretown, New Jersey, come on in, Lighthouse Tavern. I am also a soccer coach. As a former professional, I've played the game and coached the game for 48 years of my life. And I want to tell you a story that relates to what we need to do here and moving forward. So this past Thursday, the team that I coach, the Christian Brothers Academy Colts, an all-boys Catholic school of which I am an alum, and I'm happy to be back there coaching, we were up against the Big Blue Bears of the Pingree School in the sectional state championship. They were the favorites, we were the underdogs, and these kids had worked from June until November to get to that game. They made massive sacrifices. Were deeply committed to each other. They worked as individuals. They worked as a team. They went through every training session that we had. They fought hard in games to get there, to get to that sectional championship. And I want you to imagine this high school boys soccer team, all the sacrifices they put in. And the morning of the championship game, they say, well, Coach, can't we just play the game here at home? Well, no, the sectional final is up in Bernardsville and Pingree. Well, can't we just stay home and play it? Well, I guess you could stay home, but you won't be in the game. And you will have absolutely no chance of winning the match and getting yourself to the state championship. And this is the reality that we need to bring home to people all around the United States. The field of play to save our constitutional republic, our representative democracy, from a complete consolidation of power and a takeover by a fascist regime cannot be played in your hometown. The field of play is here in our nation's capital, here in the shadow of the White House. And this is why we need to have every American who is righteously pissed off about Trump to make some sacrifices to get here to the nation's capital. It is not going to be easy. I've had conversations with a couple of friends over the last few days, and the sense that I'm getting, what I'm discerning from what they're sharing with me, is that they just want this to go away. Can't we just vote him out? Can't we just do a demonstration in our hometown? No, absolutely not. Yes, we won some election victories this last Tuesday. That isn't stopping the fascists in the White House from consolidating power. They're hitting back even harder. They're hitting back in the streets with the ICE Gestapo forces. They tried to hit back at the Supreme Court by taking away the rights of LGBTQ brothers and sisters. They're hitting back, weaponizing the Department of Justice against people in Congress who don't agree with them and who are standing up and speaking out. This is not going away. We are not voting our way out of this in the midterms. Now, the people who are here, you get it already, and thank you for being here. For the people who are not here and are at home today, we hear you. We hear you if we have personal conversations. We see what you post on your Facebook pages, your Instagram posts, threads, smoke signals, whatever you use. We know that you're saying that you believe that Trump is a fascist. You know that We know that you're saying that you believe he's consolidating power, that he wants to crush dissent, weaponize the courts, weaponize our military against our own people in the United States. You know this, and you have your reason or your multiple reasons on why you too believe that Trump must go now. And if you believe that in your core, you need to ask yourself, if you believe that fascism is currently sitting in the seat of power in our White House, what is more important for you on a Saturday afternoon than saving our republic from that fascist regime? I'm not saying these words to admonish you, for the folks who are not here with us today, but it is a challenging invitation from a coach. Coach Keedy is telling you, it is time to get off the sidelines. The game at hand is here. The field of play is our nation's capital. And the championship that is at stake is our very constitutional republic and our representative democracy for ourselves, for our children, for our grandchildren, and for every person that will live beyond. We are taking the stand in these streets. Those of you who are here, shout out right now for yourselves. Go ahead. You are the seeds of the nonviolent revolution that very quickly must become a giant harvest that we will reap as we will take back our country from the fascists. Because we refuse to live in a fascist America. And that's why each and every one of us here today is calling on you not only to say these words, but to live them with your actions. And join us in D.C. next Monday, and the Monday after that, and the rallies and marches after